Hello, everybody. It is I, Ben Bailey. This is episode number 37 of the Big New Show. It's big, it's new, it's a show, it's the Big New Show. It is none of those things. I mean, it's a show, I guess. But it ain't big and it ain't new. How's it going, folks? What's a-happening? Welcome to the Big News Show with me, Ben Bailey. First, let's scroll a bit and say hello to whoever's here. First one on the board tonight, Kimon Kreiner. Room full of empty people. How dare you? What's up, Red? What's up, Raphael? What's up, Spinalo? What's up, Raphael again? Mike M, Mark G, Fancy Pants, MYC43. What up? My wife just found out I replaced our bed with a trampoline. She hit the ceiling. Oh, Fancy Pants. You know what? I'll get it. Alexandros Werewolf back in the mix. Chasing the ruling cloths. Marta Weller, what is up? Chomping at the bit, waiting for Ben. It's very flattering. Marta Weller, I owe you a big thank you. I have connected again with Soul Joel, and I will be at Soul Joel's on February 17th. I hope you guys are going to come. I know you're coming, Marta Weller. There's Elizabeth Fahey. There is Marta Weller. Elizabeth Fahey. Marta Weller. Elizabeth Fahey. Kim on. I'm going to call you guys like a horse race. I guess I just did that and then said I was going to do it. There's Juice Crane. What's up, Juice Crane? I like that name. There's Con. There's Laura Miskin. Who else? Desi, what is up? Schadenfreude. Hello, Schadenfreude. I don't know if I should be offended that you're watching. Taking pleasure in the misfortune of others. McBangus, what is up? Juice Crane again. Lunar Eclipse. Night Road. You're going to be a fan of the new show that I'm going to do, which I've told you guys a little bit about. I've just hinted at it. There's Crystal Nota. There is, and I think that's it. I think I'm all caught up. What is up, people? How goes it? First things first. Excuse me. How's my audio? How's my video? We were choppy last time. Oh, nice. Laura came right in with that. Your sound and video are synced and working. I think what was going on last time was a Verizon issue. Verizon being our provider here, normally we have like super fast, really good interweb. But it was kind of jammed up there for a couple days. I was trying to share some clips and things, and hey, there's Emma chiming in saying hello. What's up, Lance O? What's up, Amy? Amy Spadano. Lance O. And they were taking forever, just some little clips, some of the short clips that I post on social media. That's great. Thank you, Red. Is it Roby or Robbie Morrison? What's up? Schadenfreude. On the dime. Oh, I like that. On the dime. That's good. I'm rocking on your dime, people. That's right. But so then, little short clips, 1-minute video clips were taking forever. And everything was getting stuck, and messages weren't going, and, it was a mess. Because there's a spot here in the basement area where you're not going to get any cell service, so you got to switch to Wi-Fi, so then you're doing messages, it's over Wi-Fi, and it wasn't happening. And then I sent, a much bigger file, like a 12-gigabyte video file, and it went in under a minute. And I was like, holy moly. Holy moly. Yeah, Verizon's been off lately, says Amy. But now it's it's rocking. It's going so fast. Now that I know that we're all in sync and video and audio are good, let's have a beverage, folks. It's time for a cash cab drive-by, people. And if you don't know what that means, follow the instructions on your screen. It is time for you to drink your drink. It's time for you to drink your drink. Yada-da-dee, yada-da-doo. I don't know where my little little Ben is. I can't find him in my menu here. That's why he's not popping up doing the dance. There better be some drinking and some dancing going on out there. Be it beer, be it water, be it whiskey, be it wine. You take a sip of yours, and I shall take a sip of mine, which is coffee for me right now. My first/second favorite beverage in the world. They're interchangeable in the top two. Neither one of them's water. It's coffee and beer. Water is a third. And I don't mean it's 1/3 of each. I mean it comes in third. And how about this? They say that caffeine, drinking coffee or caffeine and drinking alcohol, beer, that both of those things dehydrate you. And I say, if that were true, I would have shriveled up into nothing a very long time ago. So here's what I think. Caffeine maybe dehydrates you some. Alcohol dehydrates you some. But if you're drinking coffee, which is like 90% water, you're hydrating yourself at the same time, right? And same with beer. I don't know how much, my 90% is a guess. But, I've made coffee. I can see what's going in there. It's water. So there's no way that just drinking coffee dehydrates you. Like if you had, here's the question I'm posing to you. What's up, the idiots? How goes? Welcome back, you fucking idiots. So good to have you. And I love your name. If you were there was a situation where you had nothing to drink except coffee, you would drink the coffee. You wouldn't be like, no, I shouldn't drink the coffee. It'll dehydrate me. Or beer, for sure you would drink the beer. I mean, beer was like how people survived for hundreds of years. It was like they just had like it was more of a meal than water was. So, I don't know. I guess alcohol dehydrates you. Like if you just drink straight alcohol. That's right, Red. That's what I'm saying. Red's hearing me. Coffee is just power-infused water. Coffee. Uh-oh. Wait, who's that from? I have a new chat window, and I can't see who just... Nope, there it is. It's Spot Center. Na. Just hit me with $5. Thanks. Blowing it up. Can a brother get a happy birthday fuzz for my son who turns 31 tomorrow? No. Absolutely. Happy birthday, Buzz. What's up, man? Happy 31st. We already did. You have to go back and watch episode 31 to get the numbers segment. Tonight is already planned for episode 37. Hey, there's Kelf on a shelf. Good evening, everyone. Sorry I'm late. Don't let it happen again. Crystal Noda. I won't drink coffee if it doesn't have sugar and creamer. Okay, so you're not a person who loves coffee then, Crystal Noda. You love what it does for you, and you love the sugar and the sweetness in it, right? Get rid of that. Get rid of the sugar and the creamer for a while and drink your coffee black. And when you start really enjoying that, then you could like put a tiny, like how much do you put in? Werewolf's drinking what was that? Vodka and espresso. Oh wait, there was another drink. Olympia beer slogan, it's the water and a lot more. Pre-workout powders have a lot of caffeine. Oh, is that true? What's up, Kira? I didn't know that. The pre-workout, I always see on these videos are like, I'm overloaded on pre-workout. I'm like, come on, really? What's pre-workout? I guess it's any number of different things. Be it vodka, there it is from Laura Miskin. Be it vodka and Fuji apple. AHA on the rocks. What's AHA? Aha. I'm sure it's obvious and it's just not hitting me. Lance does not drink coffee. Good for you. Laura likes black coffee, unsweetened tea. And do you eat if you have chocolate, do you have dark chocolate? Like once you acquire a taste for dark chocolate, there is no going back. Milk chocolate, it's like the difference between espresso and drip. You go back to that milk chocolate and you're like, man, what is this? Where is the chocolate flavor? Crystal says, oh, dear Lord, it's like half creamer. Okay, I didn't want to say that, but I kind of had that feeling that you're loading up on the creamer and the sugar and you don't taste the coffee. Coffee's one of those things, though, like you got to get it just right, just how you like it, right? Ben, do you and Emma grind your own coffee? Well, you know what? Let's take a viewer question, everybody. And it's from Kim and Kreiner. Do you and Emma grind your own coffee? Or do you subject yourselves to that yucky pre-ground nonsense? I started drinking espresso coffee only years ago. And then when I went to Australia, because I went with Emma to Australia and she told me that Aussies are coffee snobs. And I was like, wow, that's contrary to my image of them. Like, by a lot. I didn't think they would be. And then I was like in line in Manly Beach in Sydney, Australia. Terrible accent by the way there. I was in line at a little coffee stand, and I was chatting with someone. Someone said something to me, and I answered them, and then so it became noticeable that I was American, and an Australian woman started giving me a hard time about how she knows I probably like drip coffee. You Americans with your drip, and it's blah, and it's awful, you know. And by the time we came back from Australia on that trip, I was done with drip. I didn't drink another. I haven't had one since. And so the answer to your question is we grind our own. We have an espresso machine, and I grind fresh beans, freshly ground coffee beans into espresso powder before every one that I make. Which is awesome because it means it's also full of antioxidants, which is fantastical. Drop a camel in your coffee. Now that sounds extreme. Maybe that's what you werewolves do. White chocolate, but the dark chocolate wins second. Oh, Crystal likes white chocolate. I haven't had white chocolate in like 1,000 years. Or do you subject yourselves to that yucky, pre-ground nonsense? I like the viewer question about the coffee. I love any and all things coffee, basically. Coffee is the opiate of the masses, yeah. It's got to be one of the biggest selling things on the planet for a very long time, right? Kimon, tell us what your coffee situation is then. Apparently white chocolate isn't even chocolate, say the idiots. But, of course, keep in mind, who's telling you that? Kimon says, that's cool. Thanks for taking my question. Sounds good. Pre-ground coffee usually contains powdered cellulose in it. Oh, geez. That doesn't sound good. Mr. C, the Bartman is pro-oxidant. I'll take you one step further, Mr. C. I am pro-antioxidant. I could add that to my bit about pro and antibiotics. I could work in. It already goes in one direction. Now I could add to it. I like it. It's Pickers Burton. It's vanilla-flavored cocoa butter. Huh. That's what I've heard, but I'll still munch the hell out of it, says Crystal. How is a sex in a boat on a lake? Because they're both fucking close to water. This is an old commercial. Wasn't that a commercial? Or maybe it was Monty Python. That was a Monty Python thing they did, I think, at their live stage. How is drinking American beer like screwing in a canoe? They're both fucking close to water. Creme de menthe brownies. Wasn't creme de menthe... Now that you brought that up, Kelf, wasn't creme de menthe... No, it's a different one. One of them was and is illegal in some places because it contains... It has hallucinogenic properties or something. What am I thinking of? This is how far into this show we've gotten. I am genuinely asking you guys what I'm thinking of and expecting you to know. I think that means it's time for a movie quote. I fear I might have done this one, but I'm going to do it again. Don't be weird, honey. Okay, I'll be whatever you want me to be. Movie, actor, character. I might have done this one, but I don't think anyone answered it. And I really like it. It's just a very funny, sort of simple little exchange. And you know what? While I'm waiting to see if you guys answer, let's do another drive-by, because I'm switching to beer. Ooh, 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 ooh. Drink your drink. Time for you to drink your drink, man. Have a sip of your beverage. Cheers to you guys. Thanks for hanging. Sorry I missed you last week. I know you guys, some of you were like, not even a word, not even a message. Absent. That's the stuff. Nice call, guys. Cheers to you for hanging out again. And last week, I was injured. First of all, it was a holiday weekend. I know it was Sunday night, but it was on those holiday weekends, I just lose track of what day it is somehow. I'm like, I have forever. And I injured my back playing hockey week before last. Nothing too terrible, but I don't even know what I did. I just like stood up and I was like, oh shit. It felt like there was like something clamping down on the middle of my spine that kept me from like standing up fully straight or leaning too far in either direction. But it sucked. Spinal couldn't hear the quote over the music. Oh, okay. The quote was, "Don't be weird, honey." Okay. I'll be whatever you want me to be. Sorry about that. Usually the audio from these other things is too high or too low, so maybe I've compensated for that. Angela O says American Beauty, Kevin Spacey, Lester Burnham. Damn! You smashed it, Angela O. My name is Lester Burnham. Believe it or not, this will probably be the high point of my whole day. Jerking off in the shower. What a great fucking movie that is. What a fantastic fucking film. Well done, Angela. I wish I had something to offer you. Playing injured, not to be done. Marta, I stayed in the game. There were 10 minutes left in the game, and we were getting our asses kicked because there was a young guy on the other team. That's what happens when you play sports when you're old. If the other team or one of the teams has a young guy or a very young player on it, the game is ruined. That's how much better they are than us. One player, and the game is ruined. At least in hockey, it's like that. I feel like it's more like that in the game of hockey than others. But so I have like this ridiculous competitive. It's not even so competitive. It's almost like a work ethic. Like I don't want to lose because I didn't try hard enough. I think I did that in my life a lot when I was a kid, and then as an adult, I am like, I don't want to ever, ever, ever let that happen. And so if there's younger guys, faster guys on the other team, I go too hard. I can't help it. I go too hard in an effort to try to play even with them. And I think that's what I did. I've wrenched my... Anyway, I won't bore you with all the details of the injury. Well, I mean, there aren't really any. So I just stood up and went, oh, fuck, back injury. But so that's why I didn't do a show last weekend. Sitting up. When I hurt my back, sitting is just the worst. The very, very worst thing that you can do. Angela O says, one of my favorite movies. Nice. It's a very good movie. I love that they're just like getting stoned out behind the banquet hall talking about Bride of Reanimator. It's like, what? Who the fuck? I mean, I remember I watched that movie when I was a kid. I probably shouldn't have. I don't think I have a single line from it. I don't. Here's one. Here's another movie quote, everybody. I don't know how to spell it. I don't know an actor or a character that might have said it. Busted. Drinking Stella Artois. It is good beer. There's Emma saying, awesome, hi, new peeps. That's cool, Laura. I'm glad. Yeah, Laura hosts a thing after the show, an after-show chat, and you will find a way to get to that. To Laura, same bunch. We just all changed names to make up Ben Bob. Oh, Schadenfreude. You just call me Ben Bob. What the fuck is that? I like it. That doesn't mean I want more of it, but I like it. Marta says my work ethic was, if I start a project, no matter how long it takes, I will finish it. I have the same one. I have that one too. I didn't, but then at some point in my life, I just got to where, like, if you start something, you finish it. I'm like, oh my God, I'm turning into like my gym teacher. Laura, your favorite is The Goonies? Are we doing favorite movies? Let's take a look. Sloth. Let's take a look. Oh, no, you're guessing what I'm such a fool. I forgot I even did that. It was meant to be Bride of Reanimator because I had just been talking about that. But it sounded more like any of those things that you guys have guessed. Sloth from the Goonies, Chewbacca, or any Arnold Schwarzenegger film. Gah! Gah! Got to the chopper! There's one. Got to the chopper! There's another one from that same movie. If it bleeds, we can kill it. If it bleeds, we can kill it. Come join the Cave of Insanity after the show, says Kelf. The Cave of Insanity. Ha ha ha, Brick Shitter. Mr. Bird Murder, glad to finally meet you. Welcome to the audience, Brick Shitter. Love your name. Are you very often frightened? No, not kindergarten cop. But it is Arnold Schwartz. Not Arnold Schwartz. Schwarzenegger. It means black plowman. Don't know why that stuck with me forever, but it did. I've heard some funny stories about Arnold recently. A guy apparently was playing in a golf tournament that Arnold was at, and the guy introduced himself and hey Arnold, and Schwarzenegger was like, "Do you remember your first blowjob?" And the guy was like, "Yeah," and he was like, "How did it taste?" And he just kept walking. Which is pretty funny. Predator is funny. Did someone say Predator already? Yeah, someone guessed the first movie quote. Come on. It was Angela Oh. She got it. It was American Beauty. It is not a tumor. Yeah, that's right. So whoever's saying Predator is funny, Kim is saying Predator is funny. That's the movie. Yeah, that's Con. There you are. Predator and The Predator, both movies. I'm not sure I follow you there. There's the second one when he's in L.A. with A Few Days to Kill. Then there's like Predator versus Alien. But none of them are as good as the first movie. I mean, that first movie is like... It's like the... I don't know. It's very, very high level kind of action fantasy movie. I don't know what else. What other movie would you put in a category with that and say is on the same level? I don't know. It's a pretty fucking good movie, man. Bo Birch. Hey, Ben, sorry I haven't been around. Still got it. All right, Bo Birch. No need to apologize to me. Good to have you back, though. Let's blow it up. Yeah, Con said Predator, but didn't say the actor and character. All right, let's do something we haven't done yet. That sounds like a good plan. Let's go with bloody numbers. Numbers is the highly controversial segment of the show where I tell you interesting facts about the number of the episode. Tonight's number, of course, 37. For episode number 37. Is that too loud as well? Are all of the graphic... is the audio too loud on all these graphics? If it is, you guys let me know. I'll turn it down. I feel like the movie quote was maybe really high. Is that true? You know what? I think they reset, and I think they were all really high, you guys. They were so high. I'm turning them down a little bit. Give me a little feedback on that, guys, if you can. Commando is the best dumb fun. Yeah, oh, yeah, Commando. You got to watch Bwam. If you love Commando, you got to watch Bwam. Like, not right now. I was going to say right now, but after the show. Is this your lunch? No, then stop eating it. Predator was awesome. The Predator was a non-Arnold sequel. Yeah, it was Danny Glover. But it was good, too. The Predator is just such a great character. Yeah, Commando is definitely the best dumb fun. But it kind of in a different category. Like, Predator is I know it's totally ridiculous and he's fighting an alien, but it's more real than Commando, where he's just fighting other dudes. You know, like they show up at his ranch out in the middle of nowhere, and the other guy's like, what, am I supposed to smell him? And Arnold's like, I did. Like, it's just ridiculous. Ooh, $10 from somebody. I got to scroll down to see who that's from, and then we're going to blow it up, y'all. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, it's Kira Mickes. Thanks, man. Now, is that too low? Is the blow it up audio too low? Because I turned it down a little bit, and it seemed to go down a lot. Now it seems like way too low. What happened? Let me know, guys. How's the audio there? Is it? Predator, Predator 2, Alien versus Predator, Alien versus Predator 2, Requiem, Predators, The Predator. Holy shit. I had no idea there were that many. That's insane. Diego says, Ben, you're the funniest person I know. Thanks. Well, thank you, Diego. That means a lot to me. You need to meet more people. Just kidding. All of a sudden, chat goes dead as everyone went to view something, suggested by our fearless leader, Big Bad Ben. Yeah. I'm like, go watch this. Like, where'd the audience go? Right, that was super quiet. Yeah, I don't know what happened. It just got... oh, boy. I shouldn't have mussed with it. But everything was like crazy loud there for a bit, right? Let's check advanced audio properties for Blow It Up. I think I can bring it up a bit. Let's try it again. Still too quiet, huh? That's really annoying. Audio is fine. Brick Shooter, if you haven't watched Bwam, it's right here on my YouTube channel. It's a little action spoof guy. It stands for Badly Written Action Man. Okay, so now it sounds better. Explosion now sounds like a mouse fart. Schadenfreude, what do you know about mouse farts and how they sound? Goldilocks that sound check. Goldilocks? Just write it, she means. What, do you work in a fucking business or something? Bwam versus Predator. I love it. I love it. Bo Birch, I can't wait for you to do a bit again about the Hudson River Challenge. I still close with that because everybody wants me to yell Red Light Challenge, so I do that. I do the Hudson River Challenge instead. Kimman says, I'm still here just rolling some doobies. Plural. Plural doobies. One more just for a noise check. It's good now or no? How's this one? Oh my God, that's so quiet now. This is so strange. I don't know what happened. Now I turn them all the way up and they're still too low. Oh, Beans got it, says Brick Shitter. 96 days, 21 hours, 30 minutes, 2 seconds until I see you in Norwalk, Connecticut. Con! Yes, man! It's happening. I'm excited. Thanks for all the suggested venues. I'm going to try to hit all of those over the next 5 years. That shit is literally the best. Cheers, everybody. Beer, water, whiskey, wine. You drink yours and I'll drink mine. A celebration of life. Of life. I tried to Goldilocks that shit, you guys. I don't know if I did, but that's what I was shooting for. Let's see how the movie quote is again. Oh, you know what? We don't have to do that. We never got to numbers, did we? Let us do the numbers segment that we were distracted. Let's see if that... See, now that one seems plenty loud. Yeah, all the graphics are too quiet. Thank you, Elizabeth. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Con did like some serious recon on venues in Connecticut for me. And then I booked a show at one that was not listed. Sounds of silence. The sound, just the singular sound. There are not multiple sounds to silence, Marta Weller. There is just the sound. There is no sound. The sound of silence doesn't make any sense. All right, numbers sounded plenty loud to me. Did it sound okay to you? Did that nice lady ever get a live from Vic's tank top? Was there a tank top request? I made notes, but here's what's going on. I'm in the process of changing up the store. Everything's going to stay just the way it is. All right, you know what? Let's get to the numbers first. But we're going to have a new place that our store is located, and it's going to have Ben Bailey merch, like my DVDs and stuff, T-shirts and things on it from the tour, and all that is all going to be in one place. Oh, okay. Kelf says, Ben, wanted to let you know I have received my official Big New Show notebook. Nice. Do I have a chance of getting you to sign it after the show at Soul Joel's? You bet your ass you do, Kelf. I'll do it for you. Absolutely. Numbers theme sounds good. Yeah, that one's good. I don't know what happened. I turned them down a tiny bit, and they just dropped to nothing. But let's go with numbers because I've started it twice now. So a 37-sided object is called a heptatriacontagon. Heptatriacontagon. And the 37th president of these United States. Anybody know? Anybody? Richard Milhouse. I actually am a crook, Nixon. 37 is the atomic number of rubidium, which I didn't know. That rubidium was an element at all. Never heard of it. And then the last interesting fact about the number 37. 37 degrees is normal body temperature for humans in Celsius. 37 degrees Celsius is considered the normal body temperature for humans. Number 37, worn famously in football by Jimmy Johnson. In basketball, Nick Van Exel. In hockey, Patrice Bergeron. And in baseball, Mr. Casey Stengel. And that's numbers, everybody. One of the audio bits that is being played at the proper volume. Okay, up next, why don't we go to the website? Chuck B. When I seen you were a comedian, I thought of Brendan Schaub. You're a legit comic and will never assume. I don't know who Brendan Schaub is. If I did, I would know whether or not I should be offended. Don't forget to bring a shelf for Ben to sign it on, says Elizabeth Fahey. Heptatriacon Tagon. That's right. That's right, Con. Sorry I didn't get the tank top going, but we're in the process of switching over, so I haven't added anything. But I will. I'll not forget about that, you know. Let's take a look at the shows, upcoming shows, folks. February 3rd and 4th, I will be at the Improv in Kansas City, Missouri. It's not downtown Kansas City. It's up in a place called Zona Rosa, which is like a shopping mall and community. It's like a town that's a mall place. It's places to live there, and then there's like shops and comedy club and restaurants and all that. It's all in like this one little thing. Been there once before. It was good fun. Emma Gleeson chimes in. I thought it was like 37.8. Well, that's not what they said on the facts about the number 37 page. Spinal Bifidus says, are you related to Bob Bailey? I don't know. All right, Kansas City, Missouri. That's February 3rd and 4th. I'll be at the historic Everett Theater in Everett, Washington on February 10th. The next night, I will be in Enumclaw, Washington at the Chalet Theater. That's Saturday, February 10th. Enumclaw, Washington. A name which I was like, I know I've heard this name before. And then I looked up and found a news story, and I was like, oh. It's like the most, it's an awful, just really disgusting and horrible news story that came from Enumclaw, Washington. And I will be there on February 10th. As you guys know, I will be at Soul Joel's in Pottstown, PA on February 17th in the big room, which looks like a ballroom because it is, and like Sinatra and all these old timers that were huge played this place, so that's kind of fun. I will be at the Candlelight Theater in Wilmington, Delaware on March 23rd. I'm looking to add some dates that weekend. That's a Thursday. I'm looking to do that Friday and Saturday, 24th and 25th somewhere too, but I don't have it up there yet. I don't have a gig yet. Des Moines, Iowa, April 14th and 15th. I'll be at the West Des Moines Funny Bone. And then in between there, I'm going to be doing some more cash cab type fun in tractors on people's farms en route down to a club that I'm looking forward to working called The Riot in Houston, Texas. That's April 21st and 22nd. Not a huge venue there, so if you guys want to go to that one, I would get my tickets like right now. There's 120 seats or something like that. 37.2, okay. So we round it down. Lance O, I'm planning on going to Enumclaw. Excellent, Lance O. Please come and say hello after. I usually wait a little bit and then I come out. So, like, not everyone sticks around. Let's see, Des Moines, Iowa. That's West Des Moines. Then The Riot, Houston, Texas, April 21st, 22nd. Norwalk, Connecticut, April 29th. And this needs to be updated here. I'm going to refresh this page because there are some dates missing. Like Peoria, Illinois, the Jukebox in Peoria, Illinois, March 10th and 11th. That wasn't in there. Now it is. Then there's Houston, Texas, Norwalk, Connecticut. Then there's a place called Reverb in Reading, Pennsylvania. That's May 6th. Doing 2 shows at Reverb in Reading, PA on May 6th. St. Louis, Missouri, the good old Funny Bone Westport Plaza in St. Louis, Missouri, May 12th and 13th. Always have a great time there. Then I've got Comedy at the Carlson in Rochester, New York, owned and run by a friend of mine by the name of Mark Ippolito. Good guy, good club, good time. Looking forward to that. That's June 16th and 17th. Back up in Rochester. And then I got Tacoma, Washington at McMenamin's Elks Temple. I'm going back to the Seattle area. It's already on the books twice for this year. I went 3 times last year. They're loving me up there in the PAC NW. Tacoma, Washington, McMenamin's Elks Temple on September 29th. Portland, Oregon, McMenamin's Crystal Ballroom on September 30th. And that's what we've got at this time. Although there is a fundraiser trivia thing that I'm going to be hosting in Jamestown, New York on September 23rd, which is not on here because it hasn't been locked in, but I know it's happening. So that's it, you guys. There are links to all my social media at the top of the page there. They're kind of overlapping the Big News Show logo. All the way to the right is the Shopify store link. It will continue to be the Shopify store for a bit longer. There's T-shirts and hoodies and notebooks and buttons and magnets and bottle openers and mugs and mouse pads and phone cases and underwear and coffee mugs and hats and bags and holy shit, there's a lot of stuff on here. Beer cozies, pint glasses, blankets, T-shirts. All this stuff is going to be transferred over, so it will still be available, or at least most of it, everything that we can, and we're going to be on a new platform, which won't even, just the Shopify, the current button that says Shopify store will say something slightly different. Other than that, everything will be the same for you guys. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. I hope you're having a good time here on the Big News Show, which is not so big or new or a show. Yes. Reading, PA. I just added that one. These things keep popping in. Oh, it's really been great because, I'm booking my own stuff and I was not enjoying it. I was like, when will this be over? And now I'm kind of embracing it a little. I have help. It's not just me. But I'm doing a lot. Between us, we're doing a lot. I meant to ask if Bill Bailey is related. He's a comedian, too. It's pretty funny. Let's make that a viewer question. Viewer question. Sounds like the audio for the viewer question is fine. Am I right about that? Sure seems like it. Bill Bailey is a British comedian, but my father, American, non-comedian, somewhat, among friends and family comedian, is also Bill Bailey. But no, so I am related to Bill Bailey, but not the British comedian Bill Bailey. But at one time, we considered doing a little thing called Bill and Ben, the Flower Pot Men. Just kidding. Oh, it bothers me that is so quiet. The blow it up, it needs to have some, it's supposed to be blowing it up, man. Like, what in the heck? I'm going to see if I can tweak that one more time here, you guys. Blowing it up, blowing it up. I think I can, but, it didn't work last time, did it? All right, here it comes again. I hope it's not going to... Doesn't seem like it made any difference at all. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Totally lost track of what I was talking about there. Which is okay. Let's do the good news. Also plenty loud enough, the good news. Am I right? Doing the video, we're doing another viewer question, and that's how I lost track. I have tech issues. I'm rolling back here to see what the question was. Oh, Bill Bailey, I already answered that. And then I was going to roll into the good news, which I already played the thing, so let's do it. There's some interesting news stories here, you guys, that I thought were pretty cool. Here's one that's kind of retroactively good news. Here's the headline. I'll share the headline with you. Internet sleuth proves that 5 historical torture devices were never actually real or used, but they were invented by con artists. I thought that was good news. People in our past, ancestors, were not tortured or torturing as much as we might have previously thought. So, yeah, this woman, Spencer McDaniel, presented the case that several of the most famous torture devices were actually invented in the 19th century by conmen and hucksters. Hucksters! Conmen and hucksters looking to make a buck off of tourists. So there was like museums of torture devices and things, and they made up and constructed fake ones. Thank you, Laura Miskin. To sell more tickets. And the good news is that there was a list on BuzzFeed. This whole thing was inspired by a BuzzFeed video entitled 5 of the Most Gruesome Medieval Torture Devices. And then this woman, Spencer McDaniel, looked into it. She's an internet sleuth, as they called her. And only one of them, it's likely that only one of them ever even existed, which I love. That's great news. The one, like a couple that people would think of, it looks like a sarcophagus or a coffin with spikes in it. Bullshit. Wasn't real. And the way that it was situated, it wouldn't even have functioned, they determined. So I think that's pretty good news. Like retroactive good news. Here's some modern day good news. Real good news, actually. Yes, the Iron Maid is another one. It was never actually used, they say. This is really good news, positive news. We could have used it a couple years ago, but it's still very good news. Compounds that could stop coronavirus and flu viruses from infecting human cells have been discovered in sea sponges. Researchers unearthed 26 such compounds found in nature, including in plants and in fungi. The international research teams say their discovery paves the way for new natural medicines and antivirals that can help treat contagious viruses. They claim the compounds will help tackle existing and future variants, as well as flu, because they target human cells, which evolve more slowly than viruses. They are effective in very small doses in the lab, where the compounds completely stopped viral infection in human cells. That is fucking good news. And I think we'll leave the good news there for tonight. And so we'll play the theme again, since the volume is right. That's the good news, ladies and gentlemen. That's all there is. It is possible that I would need to save with the new audio settings. Somebody put that out there, but I'd have to shut down, and I'm not doing that. I'm just not going to do it. Not right in the middle of a show, you know what I mean? Doesn't make any sense. The volume is still right for this graphic, which has no audio. It's pretty stupid. Pretty stupid little joke there. Let's do another movie quote, you guys. Yeah, let's. Oh my God, it's so quiet. I'm like embarrassed at how quiet this is. That got a little bit louder. I'm going to play that again. This is like, and see if this makes any difference. Tell me if this sounds even a little bit louder. I don't know if it does. It doesn't look like it's registering any louder. All right. Let's see. Okay, here's one that's like a pretty well-known, but I want to see who can get the actual movie that it was in, and the character and the actor are probably pretty easy for this one. Go ahead. Make my day. Tweety Bird. You guys talking cartoons? Ruling class do not want heaven. They wish to live forever, my friend. Is that a movie quote? Autocorrect is rigged. This shows how I like to spend every Sunday before diving back into work week. Please never stop. Laura Miskin, thank you so much. What a wonderful and lovely thing to say. Clint Eastwood, Dirty Harry, movie title. What's the movie title? As I said, the actor and the character are going to be pretty easy, but what's the name of the movie? Dirty Harry, Callahan. Nice one, Schadenfreude. God damn it, Callahan! Dirty Harry, Clint Eastwood. Movie. What's the name of the movie? You guys don't Google it. Nobody said it yet. It's an interesting one. And I got another one. I'm going to do one more for you guys afterwards. Tweety Bird was doing Clint Eastwood, right? Yeah, it's the one where Tweety Bird plays Clint Eastwood. I thought. We need like hold music while I wait for you guys to guess. Nobody's saying the name of the movie. I'm going to count down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. You know what? Instead of me counting down, why don't we take a break while we wait and see what your answers are for the movie name and go to the beach for a little bit. Just sit back and relax. Enjoy the music, the sound of the waves washing up onto the beach. Lance O says, I will not cheat. Good. Alexandros Werewolf says, Deadpool. Nope. Not Last Action Hero. Not The Enforcer. I knew this was a name that, like, would be a little bit elusive. Yes, Bo Birch. Arnold is The Last Action Hero. Kelf says Magnum Force, which I don't think is right. I think that's a Dirty Harry. Sudden Impact says Timothy Ward, and that's the answer I was looking for. Timothy Ward, Sudden Impact. Now, I think Magnum Force is Dirty Harry also, but Go Ahead, Make My Day is Sudden Impact. I think you have to ask yourself, are you feeling lucky? One of those is from Magnum Force. Anyway, well done, Timothy Ward, and welcome to the show. Oh, man. Red says the good, the bad, and the I don't know. You nailed it, Red. You were all over that. So, things have been crazy around here at the house. We're told by the town we have to connect to the sewer, which is up the hill. So we have to like put in this giant tank with a pump in the bottom of it and like dig a trench all the way to the street, which is like a pretty long way. It's been a project that's been lingering for years, but it's connected. But it's not done because the backyard is a mess. It's just like a big pile of dirt, and it just keeps raining for like days on end, and they can't dig. They can't clear the dirt out or work in the dirt when it's just mud. I think you're right, Kelf. I think Sudden Impact was the last one. But Go Ahead, Make My Day was in that one. So I think Magnum Force was before that, but he says Go Ahead, Make My Day in Sudden Impact. Unless my movie quotes thing is wrong, which is possible. By the way, I did actually use a list of movie quotes tonight. Usually I just do it from memory. But I realized at a certain point that I'm just doing my movies that I love, and it's like the same group of movies. Anyway. So yeah, we had to put in a grinder pump. Luckily, when they dug it up and the tank was exposed, it was huge. So like a lot of soil and stuff went in there to fill that in. And now we're going to have like a nice, much more open area in the backyard, and it's going to be awesome. But like it's a war zone out there right now. It is a mess. And Sparky, at this point, we can't just let him out into the yard like normally we could. Because the gates, the fence is down in a certain spot where they had to dig and go through. And so, like, it's a mess. And it's been raining, like, every day, it seems. We had, like, one sunny day out of the last 20. That's an exaggeration, but hasn't been much better than that. And they're long rains. Like, it's been, you look and it's like, oh, rain expected at 9 p.m., 10 p.m., 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like, wow, it's going to rain for 26 hours. Great. That means the mud pit in the backyard will be inaccessible for a very long time. Kelf says, wasn't Sudden Impact the one with the carousel? Maybe. One of them has Jim Carrey in it as like a rock star who's like trapped in a thing. I think that's the one. I think that's Sudden Impact too. The idiots say, I got a movie quote. Wait, the idiots, are you just one person? Because you made your name plural. Darn, bested by the bunnies once more. Don't know what movie, I just know it's somewhere. Okay, you're supposed to have the answers. Yes, Angela O. I had to do the connection. I had to hire someone to do the connection. The city didn't do it for me. They told me I had to do it. And I had to pay for it. I had to pay for the tank. I had to pay for the job. And I had to pay them. I'm in the process still of paying them for the connection, a connection fee. Bo Birch says the one Deadpool is the one with Jim Carrey. Okay, cool. I haven't watched those in so long. Laura says we had a hole in the fence once. The dog was trying to visit neighbors. Yeah. Sparks would be like, oh, what's over here? The yard is so big now. I think he might get there and go, I'm not supposed to go beyond here for a minute. But he would eventually cross right over, I would think. Oh, there's Emma chiming in. Sparky update. I took Sparky out when the show started and lost the feed and got behind. Well, maybe you've caught up now. Kira Mika says, I am not looking forward to going to Duncan in the morning. Damned rain. Yeah. Don't you have rain gear? I hope you have some good rain gear. What are you going to Duncan for? Do you work at Duncan? Is that where you hit on your way somewhere else? Lip singing to a Guns N' Roses song. Right, that's right. Bo Birch. Bo Birch knows some movie stuff there. All right, Bo Birch. Yeah, thank you, Angela. It's crappy that they did it to us that way, but not much to be done about it. The idiots. Only one of us uses the account to watch Big News Show, but all three of us team up to make videos. What kind of videos? Maybe we can get people to check them out for you. Jim Carrey played the singer with Guns N' Roses. Yeah. I remember thinking, like, where's Axl? How come Mr. Rose isn't playing the role of himself? So it's funny. So now we take Sparky out in his own yard, but he's on a leash. And he's just kind of like, what the fuck? Why is this happening? This is normally where I'm free. The only place in the world where I'm completely free. Yes, Marta, there's the old Deadpool, and there's the new Deadpool, which is like a superhero, anti-hero character. Played very well by Mr. Ryan Reynolds. That's a movie about the character Deadpool. There is overlap in concept. There's a list of people, and if you're on it, you're fucking dead, man. Lance says, how can they just make you do that? Often jurisdictions can make it a condition of doing new work. Well, I could say, no, I'm not going to do it. I refuse. But if I ever want to sell the house, I would either have to get it done before that. Not that I'm planning to. I'm not. I'd have to get it done before that. Or I would have to like make a contingency with the new owners that they would get it done. And the yard was collapsing above the old tank, so it became imperative. Kind of crappy part about it is another kind of crappy part about it is that we're not the only ones in the town that had to do it. These several houses here around my house. But we are the only ones that we had to pay for our own tank, which I just can't figure out. Like, wait, why? Why do some people get a tank provided and I had to buy mine? Tank is $10,000. Like, okay. Laura Miskin, you're right. Sparky is like, why am I on a leash? I don't want to poop. And we're like, dude, you got to poop. This is the only last chance for the day. So it's pretty funny, right? So like, until they did this job out in the back here where they dug down, ran a new sewer line to the new tank and everything, there was an issue where we had a walkout basement, but it wasn't completely dug out. So there was one area that was lower than the rest where if it rained a lot, water would accumulate in there. So we had a bucket. I put a perforated bucket down under it, under the steps, and a sump pump for like 3 years. If it rained, we were worrying, and praying that the sump pump worked. That's gone. I no longer have that worry. So that is fantastical. It's almost worth it. It is going to be worth it. But man, they just tell you have to do it, and then you have to do it. Believe me, I was like, there's no way I'm doing that. Our previous neighbor, a guy named Bryce, who was actually on an episode of Tall But True, telling a crazy story about hitchhiking across Pennsylvania to go to a Dead show in a snowstorm, and he's wearing flip-flops and like a mesh sleeveless shirt. Rode back in a car on a car carrier truck in the back, chain smoking. Yeah, it doesn't seem right. A lot of money for a tank. I opted for the bigger tank. Thank you, Laura. Thanks for your sympathy, guys. That's very nice. I don't even want to tell you what the whole thing cost, but in the end, it's going to be great. And that's the silver lining. That's exactly right, Elizabeth. We get the water issue taken care of. So, and now you put me back on track. Here's where I was going with that. I'm looking outside. We got a mountain of dirt, but it's tarped because it's going to rain a lot. And I'm thinking, oh, thanks, Mark G. I'm not sure what you gave to me, but something. I don't know why. Sometimes I can't scroll. There's the scroller. Come on now. That's Laura Miskin's. Come on now. There it is. Mark G, $2. Thank you, sir. I wish I had a louder explosion for you. But so I'm looking out in the backyard and I'm going, all right, we got a big pile of mud that we can't do anything about, and it has to dry out before they can finish. But I don't have to worry about water coming in anymore. Right? And then we go upstairs and we lay down and I look at the ceiling, and there is like a pouch. Water has come through the roof by our skylights. And there is like a pouch full of water where the paint is holding the water. It looks like it's about the size and shape of like half of a whoopee cushion after it was inflated. And it's filled with water. So I like went and got a bucket and a razor blade and cut it open. And it just like, blah, all this water into the bucket. Didn't get too angry. We've had an issue with that ceiling since we redid and like put the addition on the house upstairs. And I'm like, well, I knew there was something. I'm saying to myself, I don't have to worry about water coming in. I knew I was forgetting something. That's right. The roof still fucking leaks. Let's have a drink. Time for you to drink your drink, folks. Tip your beverage into your mouth hole. A toast to you. Thanks for hanging out. Yes, you're right. I am trying to crank up the volume on this thing while it's playing, and it's just not having any effect at all. But we could still have a toast. Cheers to you guys. Hey, it's Kowalski. What's up, David Kowalski? On your way to work, sir? It's 10:07. My goodness. Cheers, guys. Cheers, Mr. Kowalski. Welcome to the show. I'm going to be in Rochester, David. I don't know if that's close enough for you to make the trip, but I'm going to be up in Rochester in June. Comedy at the Carlson in Rochester, New York, June 16th and 17th. I believe that's your area. I believe it is. I mean, it's close enough. Just finished up the white sangria. Is that like white chocolate? Is it? I don't think so. Okay. Laura says, you're so worried about offending me that you're like, I love you, dude. And you're very close, but it's Misgan. Laura Misgan. All right. You don't know how to pronounce an S. Not my problem. All right, Ms. Misgan. Now I got it. I've been saying it wrong for 37 episodes. But that's all right. I mean, it's all right with me. It's not my fucking name. Some people get very upset if you don't pronounce their name correctly, and other people just don't seem to care at all. I wonder what the difference is, you know what I mean? What separates them? What makes one feel one way and one feel another way? Mark G saying hi to Emma. Hi, Mark. I don't think I said hello to you. I might have said thank you, but I did not say hello, so hello. Hello, hello, hello. That's a movie quote, everybody. It's a very quiet, introed movie quote. What a wonderful word. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. You can use it wherever you go. Oops, wrong button. Who's going to get that one? Hello, hello, hello. Movie quote. Let me see guesses. Remember, an actor, character, all of it. It is your problem, Misgan. Kowalski says, Emma, please contact me. Questions about the show in Rochester. It's 3 shows, Friday and Saturday, David. We'll get you up there, man. Hello, hello, hello. Who's going to get that one? And by the way, guys, if we're doing oh, Marta Weller. I pronounce her name perfectly. McBangus. What's up, McBangus? Jumping in with the right answer. Crazy people. Character, I don't know. I don't think I know the character. I know the actor. Do you know the actor? The actor's name is... Hello, Dolly. No, that is not it. It's Crazy People. And it's an actor that I really like who's been in all kinds of stuff over the years. No, it wasn't Willy Wonka. Spinalo, as long as we don't call you an asshole. Okay, great. Easy. That's a low bar. Bifida, Mr. Bifida. Gene Wilder. Nope. Sometimes I confuse you guys. David Kowalski, how do you arrange a meet and greet? Just get tickets to the show and hang around, man, and I will come out and say hello to you. With absolute certainty. McBangus loves that movie. Crazy People is a great, underrated, lesser-known film. I love that, too. It is a great movie. The guy's name, by the way, is David Paymer. The actor's name, David Paymer. And he's in a whole bunch of stuff. He's great. And that movie's great. Jebediah Doubtfire. No Bo Birch, but that's a good one, too. Emma's apologizing for not keeping up with correspondence. It's all right. We're on it. He knows I'm coming. It's not till June. We will hook you up, David. You come to that show, and I will shake your hand in person. You better be wearing that fucking underwear I made you. But I don't want you to show me. David Paymer. I don't know the character's name. I wish I did. You guys maybe look it up. David Paymer, Crazy People, character's name. It's probably a funny name. Kelf is bringing the Kelf shelf. Kelf on a shelf. All right, David, that's excellent. Questions answered then. Dude, you're a loyal fan. You tipped me every week for forever when no one was tipping. Kowalski was tipping. You get a meet and greet at any show anywhere, buddy. No question about it. I'm going to blow it up for you for all those tips you gave me way back when. For all them tips from way back when. Blow it up. 1.9 decibels. Don't get it. Oh, I don't get it. I don't know what has happened with the audio, guys. I apologize. But you know what? It doesn't matter that much. It doesn't really. McBanga says his name was George. That's all we had for him. Fancy Pants. My C43. Have you seen the movie classic Pure Luck? It's hilarious. Maybe. Flashing underwear, getting underwear signed. There you go. Big new show, Thong. Oh, you guys. You crazy guys, you. I'm excited, you guys. I'm doing these like smaller side theaters, but they're just theaters, and they're one show. Some of my weekends are 3 instead of 4. There's no 5 shows. The 5-show weekends are the ones that just kill me. To do a show Thursday, 2 Friday, 2 Saturday is like by Sunday I'm just wiped because there's press on the Friday morning usually. So most I'm doing is 3. I think I have 4 in Rochester, and that's the most. But I've got stuff booked. I'm going to be adding dates, by the way, probably in San Francisco and Sacramento, and maybe as many as like 5 or 6 more places through the end of the year. So it's going to be a great year. I'm really excited, man. I'm super excited about it, and I hope you guys are too. And I hope you guys could come out to a live show when I'm in your area. And if you can or you're planning to, let us know. You know, because I will, as previously discussed, I will come out and say hello and hang. And key to that, though, is I usually wait. When I get off the stage, I go to the green room and I hang for about 8 to 10 minutes. Lance blowing it up with $3.14. Little piece of the pie. Thanks, buddy. Schedule your weekend with massages and spa days in there. Ms. Miskin, sometimes I do that because my back, even when I'm not having back trouble, doesn't always fare that well with all the travel. Generally, it's okay. It's been okay for a long time, but, you know, it hasn't been great lately, so I'm really trying hard to get my back into good shape before I start traveling. Because once I do, it's like it's going to, I got to go for a while. If you do a tour in New Zealand, I'll try bring all of the idiots. There's 3 in total. I'd recommend the South Island. All right. I'd love to come to a live show eventually. That sounds great. Yeah, I hope you guys can all make it. I have a friend who owns a day spa in Albuquerque. Excellent. That's cool. So wait, a day spa, do they have a massage and everything? Whenever I see day spa, I'm like, they're like doing hair and nails in there. Yes, and butt flossings. But if they also have massage, that's a big thing. That helps me a lot on the road when I'm having issues with travel and getting all stiff and tight. Getting a massage, it makes such a difference. I highly recommend it to anyone who doesn't regularly get massages. I would say start doing it. Find someone good that you're comfortable with and start doing it. It's just, it's so helpful. It really loosens you up, and it really loosens you up. And they say that a 1-hour massage for your body is the physical equivalent of getting 4 hours of sleep. So if you're like overworked and you don't get enough sleep, Calf says, I'm getting the next MRI scheduled for my back. Hate that tube. Oh, yeah, I don't have a good time in that tube. I've done it a couple times, too. Mark G, blowing it up. Another $2. Thanks, bro. I do have an inversion table, Con, but it's not, though that's pretty good, for some stuff, it's not exactly the right thing for just any kind of back issue, you know. I do have the inversion table, and it has helped me some. Thing that helps me the most is I lay on my back and I roll on a hockey ball, like a really rock-hard little ball that's like maybe twice the size of a golf ball. I roll that up and down my spine and down to my glutes, and it just releases everything. I go slowly, and I hold it at a point where it hurts. I stop, I keep it there, and eventually the muscle lets go. It doesn't hurt anymore. And when I've done that all the way up and down both sides of my back, I stand up. I feel like a new man. I feel like I'm almost as tall as I used to be when I was younger and not losing the battle with gravity. This gravity is relentless, you know. Wow, man. I can't believe it is 10:18 already. I mean, I believe it. Dead hang from a pull-up bar helps my back and shoulders. Yeah, Lance, that's a good one for sure. If your shoulders are in good shape. Inversion is right for some stuff, but I was told that I shouldn't do it for what I had going on this time. Tennis ball against the wall, Elizabeth says. What I'm doing is the extreme version of the tennis ball against the wall. It's much harder and smaller than a tennis ball, and it's against the floor. Yeah, the wise old man on the mountain, yeah, he got lost. He's up there. He's still up there. We haven't seen him in a long time. Doesn't mean he's not coming back. There was a lot. I was like so hyper-driven, motivated at the beginning of this show. I was trying to do so much. I was playing music and doing all these characters. I really plan on slowly getting back into that stuff now that it's manageable, you know. Massage is a transfer of energy. Yes, it is. No question about it. Mountain was closed due to COVID, says Kowalski. Yeah, but he's still up there. Maybe we'll have to go see him at some point. If we get inspired to go and see him, we shall. If we don't, then we won't, you know what I mean? But it is actually 20 after 10, and I think that means it's time to have a little fun. Today, like every other day on the calendar, is not one or two, but several weird, wild, wacky holidays. We like to celebrate those holidays in a segment that we call Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. I think the audio on that was plenty loud, too. I just don't get it. It's weird. Sometimes with these apps, you know, this software, haha, Schadenfreude, you haven't been here for a while or something. You're bringing up old stuff. Trumpet. I think I busted out the trumpet once on this new show, but haven't in a while. Yes, Lance-O says the tech guy broke your septic system. Nice, Lance. He did. He literally shit it up. He was always trying to take a shit, wasn't he? Sonntag, Sonntag, Sonntag. That's right. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. Let's celebrate some weird holidays. These are not so weird, these ones, I guess. I like them. First one is called Celebration of Life Day. January 22nd is Celebration of Life Day. Don't take your life for granted. Celebrate it. You're here. You're alive. Find something that's great about it and celebrate your life. It is also, and here's a way that you might celebrate your life. It is also National Blondie Brownie Day. Nothing sexual in there. It's about the brownie cookie thing that's called a blondie. You know, it's like a brownie, but it's not brown. It's blonde, so it's a blondie. So it's National Blonde Brownie Day, which is a weird name because a blondie is a different thing than a brownie. So they could just say Blondie Day, but I guess that's like celebrating a band or a comic strip. And the last one I also like, come in from the cold day. Appreciate that you have a nice warm room or house to be in, and go in there. Should send the cranky old lady on the porch off to find the old man on the mountain. I like that idea, Kelv. Ben, this is Special Ed. Oh, Schadenfreude, you changed your name just to fuck with me. That's okay. But it's not like really a joke, because how would I possibly know? You have a completely different... Okay. All right, Shad. Come in from the cold, would ya? Come in from the bloody cold. Sunday, 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 here we go. One day only. Not the rest of them like you should. Take one day and celebrate your life today, because it's great. You can do it by eating a Blondie brownie. Eat one every hour for the entire day. And when you're done with that, come in from the cold, sit down in your nice, warm, heated house and enjoy that you have one. Yeah! It's so weird. The volume is on the same thing. Blondie and Dagwood Day. Yeah, there you go. Dagwood Bumpstead. Double-umstead, Dagwood double. Guys, this is the end of the show. The tide is high for the Blondie brownie, but we're holding on. Who would play the cranky log lady? I think old lady, me or Ben. That'd be even harder on my voice than Sunday, Sunday, Sunday is. Guys, thanks so much for joining me for the show tonight. I hope you had a good time. I know I did. Thanks for all the tips. Enjoy the post-show chat. And we'll see you next week right here. I will not see you.